Yeah, day to day, year to year to year, there was that constant fear and paranoia going to and from school. And it wasn't just school, um, because that wasn't the only group of individuals that just terrorized people for no good reason. It's many various different groups like that, all condensed in this one small area. So as soon as you step out the door to go to work, to go to church, or to go to the store, wherever you going, you know, you gotta constantly look over your shoulder and watch your back because you never know what type of situation you'll end up in. And due to being in those situations that I mentioned before, over and over again, and feelings of depression and anger and being defenseless and many other negative emotions, and not having the tools to cope with, being under such tremendous stress. Back at school, some individuals were feeding, to the emotions, and start they would get into one of those altercations and start to run their mouth, or you know, get jumped or something, and go back and get a group of people and come back and try to fight. And now instead of just getting jumped, that one or two times, and just going about your way, now it's escalating to where now they're getting jumped every day, and now they attracted the attention of the more dangerous and ignorant and more violent individuals, and they just itching for a reason to pull out their gun and start shooting. So they just made the situation 1,000 times worse than it ever had to be because they couldn't control their emotions, and they had to run their mouth, or do something to make the situation worse. I know where they coming from. I've been in, I was in the same situation as them, man. And I've been in situations just walking down the street, minding my business, and out of nowhere, and then getting jumped and shit. But you just gotta let that shit go and keep on about your life. And like, I still see the individuals, that I've been jumped by and all of that, and you just let it go. You can't let people get the best of you, and because as soon as you do, it's just gonna escalate and escalate and get worse when it really doesn't have to be that bad. And like, I know a lot of people, that was younger than me, that's dead or in prison for the rest of their lives because they've been in such a similar situation and they couldn't control their emotions. And then through their whole life is gone. And they never know anything better. So you definitely got to be able to control your emotions because it's crazy. And like, I was doing like community service like around this same area that I'm talking about that's near my school. So I went inside that hood, and so I was the first one there, so I had to set up and shit. So I met up with the people that was doing the program, so I was talking to them, and they had me set up. So they walked off, I'm setting up and shit, so I finished, and I'm just standing out there by myself. I'm like, what the fuck? And then this dude, he walked up, and he started staring me down. So I look at him, I'm like, God damn, I already knew what it was about, so I ain't even feed into it. I was just looking at the birds, I was looking at the clouds, I looked at the grass, I looked at the ants, and then I was looking at other people around to see if they was in on it. It looked like he was just acting by himself, I was just, so I just looked at everything else except him. And then eventually he walked off, and I was doing my community service, doing what I had to do. And eventually it was over. So it was a couple of people from my school and myself, that did it, that went over there to do the community service. So after everything done, they come to get me, and then they tell me we gotta take everything that's out here, we gotta pack it up and take it around the corner. So I'm like, nah, you wildin'. They like, nah, we really gotta take this shit around the corner. So I'm like, who? They like, mothers, and we gotta take this shit around the corner. So I'm like, shit, alright. So we take it around the corner. As soon as we get to the corner, we start to take this stuff to the building. They deep as shit out there. Like, all the most ignorant and violent individuals are right there. And we gotta walk through them and take all this stuff in there. And like, but it ain't go that bad though. Like, they was just taunting us a little bit and fucking with us because they knew that we went to the high school. And, like, I still had my locks and shit, so like a couple of girls was just asking me about it, and it ain't go that bad. But if I would have faded into that situation, and I would have responded in a negative way, then it would have got real ignorant back there. Cause the dude that was staring me down, he was back there too. Like all the people that be jumping us and like pulling guns and shit on us and all that other crazy stuff, they was out there. But it went smooth because we all kept our composure. Like even a couple of people that was in the group, we was taking the stuff back. Like they been jumped and stuff, and they ain't like lose their composure and that crazy. So like they ain't really fuck with us that much. So we got through there.